Now then guys, welcome back to another episode of Farming Simulator 22 over on Ballysprings. Right, as you can see guys, we just got paid £2,900 for milk. I do believe the animals are out of feed. That is, yes. I had a feeling that was going to be the case. I kind of should have fed them yesterday. But I kind of, as in the last episode, I kind of forgot. But that is going to be a bit of a downer because it does mean now that the cow's health needs to work its way back up to 100%, which is gutting because it drops to 0 instantly, but it takes forever to get back to 100%. So it does suck a little bit. So we need to just get a couple of little bits of a couple of loads of TMR into the into them. Let's have a look. You've got some of that, got some of that, got some of that. Not much though. Got a little bit of fabric over there. Yeah, we let the fabric run out as well, guys. We had a devastating effect yesterday. Off recording, I noticed that the fabric at the spinnery had run out. And that was devastating because it means that we have not been making any wool for, I can tell you now, at least 2 episodes. So yeah, I didn't realise that was completely out. And yeah, that is quite painful, to be honest. Right, just going to have a look over at the top animals. They're almost out of feed as well. Oh, that's a bit interesting. They shouldn't have been out. They shouldn't have been out of feed. Them ones shouldn't be out of feed. But apparently, these ones are also out of feed. And there's no grass for them to eat either. Right, so yeah, we've got to do a few little runs of TMR. But I think one in each one, just for now, should do really nicely. We need to get the canola planted, basically, guys. That's kind of where we're at. We can either plant the canola today and have it ready a day early, or we can plant it all next month. Now, I suppose the question is the corn ready? The corn is ready for silage. It's not ready to harvest, but it's ready to silage. But I've still got a bunker full of silage. Yeah, I haven't managed to move the silage at all, guys. I've hit a bit of a roadblock with the silage at the moment, and it's not going well. It has completely and utterly hit a bit of a snag because I've got nowhere to put that silage in that bunker. But that corn is ready. That corn is ready to harvest. That is the downside. Let me just get one load in here. That should do for hopefully a little bit, to be fair. Yeah, we've got 80 cows over here now. Look, 36 months old, 2-month-old. Obviously we've got our Angus cows, bit of grass. They did still have feed. It's alright, I wasn't paying attention. They still had grass in here. It's alright, I was looking at the wrong one. But one lot of TMR in there won't go amiss. If we can put one more TMR into the milk cows for this month, that would be fantastic, because it will it'll keep them filled while we spend the rest of this episode deciding what to do. Now, we've got grass work to do. We've technically got some silage, so yeah, I'm at a bit of a loss right now, guys. We were meant to keep the corn for the silage, put it in the bunker. Yeah, I'm just a little bit lost now. A little bit lost on which way to do this. Now, we haven't got much left in there, so that needs to build up a little bit more TMR. Right, I've got a question, and I'm hoping somebody can help me out. I'm trying to work a mod, a cow mixer, okay? But I'm trying to make it and set it so that it takes pig equipment. You know, pig feed, not pig feed, but it creates pig feed. I'm wondering if anyone can help me out. Obviously, I'll use a third-party mod. Obviously, I'll give a shout-out to the modder and things like that. But yeah, I'd like to use, like, a cow mixer. So, for example, like one of these, but a bigger one. but I'd like to use it to make pig feed. You know, we can put some potatoes in it, some maize in it, you know what I mean? Some things like that. And I'm just wondering if there's a way it can be done. Because a roleplay series that we're looking at doing, we want pig feed. But it'd be nice if we could mix it together. Now, there are productions like the one we're using here for the cow feed. And I have installed that on the farm for now, because I've got nothing else I can use right now. So I'm wondering if anyone knows of a way to basically do that, basically. So yeah, if you do know, please let me know in the comments below, or if you're in the Discord, let me know if you can do something like that. You know, make me an XML file to make one work, because I've got one I'd like to use from Kingsmod, an Abbey one, and I'd love to do it and make pig feed. Yeah, ideally that's what I'd like. I'm just gonna have a quick look in them. Oh, that's what we need. That's what we need. 6 meters wide. Look at that. That's fantastic. Oh, another harvester. £56,000. Oh, I like that. That's what we need. What's that? Spade. Nope. £56,000 holds 4,000 litres of... Well, that's going to be seed and fertiliser, isn't it? Yeah, seed and fertiliser. Oh, guys, we really could do with buying that. Let's just have a look at the optional seeder. I was about to go to the shop and rent a seeder. We need something like that, that folds. We used that last time, but we're having problems filling that Jockey 600 mod. So I don't really want to use that again. So it would be this one here, £109,000 brand new. 6 meters wide. The only downside is you can pay less and get that. I know it requires more power, but it holds more. It's wider. Although 6 meters is more than wide enough. I think we buy that, guys. I do genuinely think we buy that. Yeah, we're going to buy it, guys. We're going to buy that. £57,000. So a new piece of equipment on the farm. Now, it's not new, but it's new to us. Which is the main thing. It's new to us. Other than that, I think I'm going to have to buy a corn header, guys, because I think we're going to have to buy... I think we're going to have to make and sell that, harvest that corn. Something I wanted to show you as well, guys, something that I've been working on now for about 3 or 4 weeks, but you know, only like here and there and a little time like that. To everybody who supports the channel via Patreon and YouTube, massively do appreciate it, guys. As you can see, we've got our trucking channel up there as well, because I do include both channels in the sign. As you can tell, it's the large billboard sign, and all I've done is basically reskinned it, and I basically made it so it didn't give me any money and it didn't charge me a daily fee. Other than that, yeah, it's just a little thank you, guys, for everyone who supports the channel via Patreon and the YouTube members button. So yeah, just a bit of a shout out to everybody. You get your name on that list. Now you can either have your first name or you can have your subscriber name. It's up to you. Yeah, I just asked people in Discord what they'd like, and everyone, most people were like, oh, I'll just use first name. Obviously, the only one I didn't do was Deadly Cooper, because I never got a reply. So I thought, well, I'll just put his subscriber name. But if he wants his first name, I can soon put his first name down there. I might even change it to full names. I just don't want to out people with full names and stuff like that. Which is why I kind of just went down the route of first names, basically. Right, here we go, guys. Here we go. Absolutely beautiful. We finally have another seeder on the farm, and this one is going to be fantastic. 6 meters wide. We can fill it up at our fill point. Yeah, and it does the fertilizing at the same time. So as far as I'm concerned, perfect. Exactly what is needed on the farm. exactly what is needed on the farm. Yeah, can't really say much more than that. It is perfect. I have also decided to bring the roleplay series to Ballysprings as well, guys. Different farm. Basically, what's going to happen is when Cork Farms comes out, Ballysprings will most likely come to an end. But Ballysprings will still kind of continue through the roleplay series that I'm working on. I was going to use the Carpathian countryside, but I recorded a first episode. I had a couple of people in Discord. And again, Patreon and channel members saw the first episode and basically like, it's good, but it's a bit weird having English people at the Carpathian countryside and working for an Englishman. Because obviously I'm not going to do accents and stuff like that. I'm not good at stuff like that. And obviously it was just as an idea, but they like the idea of the storyline and blah 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 and things like that. They just like, would it not be better on a UK map? Now the only other UK map I could do it on is Carmsden. Carmsden has been well used for roleplay series. I can't really say I've seen exactly many Ballyspring roleplays. I don't think I've seen any, but I've not looked specifically for it. So yeah, but screw it, why not? We'll use a different farm. We'll do a roleplay series where we are basically a farm assistant or a farm worker or whatever the terminology it is you want to use. How do I open this tool when, again, you're not... Oh. Are you for real? Okay, so this one won't fill up either. Getting a little bit annoyed, to be honest. I never thought to check. Thought that would have done the job. Right, that, I keep hitting that. Yeah, let me just... So you work that way, but you won't work... Right, okay. Right, so that means this year then, guys, we're going to have to go and... buy some fertilizer. It's still not going in there. Alright, so that's why I was planning to put that in the seed area. I don't think we've got any fertilizer on the... We do. We have a little bit of fertilizer, but it's over here. It's 174. Right, so what we'll do is, for now, we'll just go and seed. We can fertilize separately. Yeah, we need bags on the farm, so I think what we'll do is we'll use the trailer later on and we'll go get some bags of seed and fertilizer. That's what we need, that's what we'll use. Right, this should be an all-in-one seeder as well. If it's not, then I've just wasted £57,000. There we go, perfect. Just what we needed. Right, here we go. Yeah, I told you this field was bigger than it actually was. If you look now, we haven't got a plough here, we've just got the seeder. So what I'm going to do is I'm kind of just going to stick to this line here, because I'm going to fill that edge in and make this field slightly small, just for cosplay basically. Just for cosplay. I don't want to be going too mental with this. So we'll paint around the edge, not where we can get a little bit of cosplay going on this in future. But as you can see, this seeder is working really well. Just what we need on the farm. 6 meters. A little devastated that my fill points are not working, but again, there's not really much I can do about that. We are going very slow up this hill though. Just kind of want to say that we're a little bit slow coming up the hill. There we go. Just gonna corner that like that, because that'll be where the harvester goes. We'll stick along that edge. Yeah, we'll basically curve all the edges just to make it a lot easier for the harvesters in future. Because like I say, if we can get courseplay just helping us a little bit on these fields, because like I say, we don't know how long Court Farms is going to be before it's released, but I'm going to presume it's going to be a little while because it's not even with Giants yet, so but hopefully it won't be too long. And then that way we'll take this series over to we'll do a similar kind of series where we start with next to nothing. Right, one headland is done. I really like that. I'll do the edge of the field though off recording. You know, and tidy up the edges and get the shape of the field I want, things like that. It'll be really good doing it that way. There we go. That looks really, really good. And once we've done a second headland, we should be in a better position to get a worker on. We have used quite a bit of seed though, but we're also seeding 6 meters wide. Yeah, we do lose a lot of power going up this hill. Is the Lamborghini going to struggle? Are we finally going to need another bigger, more powerful tractor? I don't think we will, to be honest, but hey, if we need to, we need to. Do you know what I mean? Not much we can do about this. Now, I haven't really got much else I can do this month, hence why I'm not putting this into a time lapse. And I don't want to keep jumping days, because in 2 or 3 episodes time we're going to be jumping winter, which is going to be jumping a lot of days, so I don't want to do too much of that now. But that is basically 2 headlands done. Just in a minute when we go down here I could maybe put this on a worker, but like I say, I haven't really got else to do, and I don't want to waste episode time just watching a worker wasting money. Plus, to be honest, we've only got £9,000 in the bank, so we are hitting a bit of a money issue. Do you know what I mean? Don't forget, we've still got a loan. I do believe we've still got a loan, and we have got some honey that we can sell. We've got some eggs we can sell. Eggs will be sold in November usually. That's usually the best month for the eggs, so I would rather try and keep them till November if it's possible. If we have to sell them beforehand to cover some fees, you know, the New Holland for example is on loan, but you know, we've got to remember that's on loan. Right, let's go. Yeah, we're chewing through a bit of seed. Not that much of this field left to do actually. When you look at it from that point of view where there's not much left to do, it's surprising. There we go. What's that? 6, 12. So this headland, that's 18 meters wide. So 18, yeah, 6 meters. Yeah, 6, 12, 18. So we'll have done 18 meters on each side, and yet there's still. This is actually a lot bigger field than you think. It doesn't look that big when you're down at the bottom. Now I know it's probably, well, it is our biggest field, but it doesn't look that big. You know, when you stood down at the bottom and you're looking up, you're like, oh, it's a good sized field, but it doesn't look as big as it actually is. You know what I mean? It's crazy. My youngest has just texted me, I'm gonna go and see if my friend wants to play out. Bless him. Then again, it's 10:30 on Sunday morning, so I'm normally cutting the grass by now, but I was mega late this morning recording Farm Sim because apparently when I first booted up Farm Sim this morning, my steering wheel just would not work. It was just constantly losing the spring. And it's frustrating. I had to basically reboot the computer, which sucks because I had to basically restart my trucking upload again. Bear in mind, that takes long enough as it is, so... Yeah, he's just gone out. Doorbell's just sent me a notification. Bless him. He's a good lad. He doesn't interrupt me or anything. Even if there's only me and him up. Me, him and the dog. That's it. We're the only ones up in the house. Everyone else is still in bed. Literally. Yeah, as long as it's not raining, I need to cut the grass, but I need to start redoing my first episode of the roleplay series. So hopefully, guys, you're going to look forward to a roleplay series. It's got to be, I'm hoping it's well received because lately the farm channel's quietened off a little bit. I have noticed it's gone, I don't want to say it's gone dead, but I've got my regular viewers, the comments have kind of dried up a little bit, so I'm trying to do something different. Now, if anyone's wondering, like, oh yeah, but Matt, these series are going on a bit too long. The reason these series are going on a bit too long, guys, is I've got no other good map I want to play on. In my eyes, there isn't another good map. It's that simple. Yeah, I'm just not enjoying the maps that are coming out. And a lot of the maps at the moment are coming out with, oh, well, you need to download 20 mods to play on it. I'm not downloading mods to play on a map. If you can't incorporate that, I don't mind, like, say, a British farmhouse or maybe one shed pack. But I was looking at a Dutch map the other day, another Dutch map. I don't know what it is with a Dutch. And it looked absolutely fantastic. But I am not going to download, like, 20 mods to play on a series. It's that simple. That simple. I know it sounds daft, and like I say, you know, it's my opinion, but I just don't like downloading mods to play on a map. I don't mind, like, the odd, you know, farmhouse or something like that, but I don't want to be downloading loads. If I have to download more than 2 mods to play on a map, I'm already not interested. Now, like I say, it's a personal thing. You know, if I wish I could create a map. If I could create a map, I'd love to create a map. It'd be fantastic. But I've got no idea how Blender works for models and stuff like that, and I'd have to then use other people's mods, and I can probably see why people use other people's mods. Maybe they're not good with Blender, but hey, you know, at the end of the day, my opinion still stands. If I've got to download more than 2 mods to play on a map, I'm not interested, because once that map's done and I'm not playing it anymore, I've then got to go looking for all the mods that download to remove them, and I just don't like doing it. I just don't like doing it. It's my opinion. I don't think any maps should require any mods. It should be, because the thing is, if you make a map and you want to use someone's mod, you can download the mod and import it into the map without having to download someone else's mod. Now, I don't mind doing maps that way because I don't have to download extra mods to play on it. So why don't people just do that? That's one of the reasons why I really like Oxygen David's maps, because you don't have to download mods to play on it. Ballysprings, I think the only mod you needed to play on Ballysprings was the More Animals mod, you know, the more Animal Pasture mod. Well, I have that anyway because of playing on multiplayer, so I genuinely didn't mind that. But yeah, downloading other mods to play on a series, I just don't like it. It's just that simple, really. Just a personal preference, but it's my preference. I'm not saying that your map's not fantastic. I'll never actually know, you know. You can only go from images and other people's YouTube videos and things like that. And yeah, they look fantastic, but not for me, I'm afraid. Which is a shame. But yeah, I have enough mods as is. I think I'm up to about 17 gigs worth of mods. And I used them across different series. I need to go through the list again and have a bit of a clear out. I do have a clear out every once in a while. Wow, I can't believe that we've still not finished this field. We've got to lime it yet, we've got to fertilise it yet. Oh, I should have maybe limed it before we seeded it, to be honest. That might have been a better idea. I'll tell you what, that's what we're going to do for the rest of this episode then. We're going to basically lime all the fields. Because we won't need the seeder till next month. But now we don't need to pay a rental fee for a seeder. This is our seeder. I've got nowhere to park the seeder, but we have a seeder. Yeah, we need to start going to the shop and buying seed. So what I'm thinking is we can leave the fill point up for the lime. We just can't seem to buy any fertilizer and seed in it anymore. There we go. I reckon this up, one down and one more. Yes, 3 passes including this one. And I reckon we have probably just about finished this seed. As you can see, we got rid of all the weeds as well. They will grow back though next month. We know that. But that is the canola officially in the ground. I quite like that field up there, you know, guys. Field 161. That'd be a nice field to turn into 160 and have one big field. I must admit, I would maybe like to try something like that. One huge field. Basically, just it'll either make us a large quantity of canola, or it'll make us a large quantity of barley for the chickens. But then maybe we can start getting some sorghum in the ground. We've got to plant so many fields with barley and wheat because we need to feed the chickens. Those eggs, you know, they have eggs, or they lay eggs. Eggs earn us some money. So yeah. But obviously at the moment, so we did one up, one down. So this is the 3rd pass I said. Oh, it's going to be a little bit more than a 3rd pass. Yeah, one more pass, but that is it. Done, dusted. Yeah, we need to get to the shop and we need to buy some seed and we need to buy some fertilizer in bags. Please tell me you're going to fit on there. Yep, you're going to cover all of that. That is fantastic. There we go, guys. As you can see, done. The big canola field is planted. That took a lot longer than I anticipated. A lot longer. I think at the moment we're better off maybe just leaving that there for now. I think we're also going to have to use the Lamborghini. I'm trying to not use the New Holland for a reason, and that reason being loan fees, basically. Why weren't you going in there? There we go. That's more than enough to do this field. Yeah, let's crack on with this main field. This is the main field. It's got to be done. This is the main field, and then we'll get it limed afterwards. Well, we will as long as we've got enough lime to do it. Fertilizer to do it, sorry. So we'll lime it now, then we'll fertilize it on the condition we've got enough fertilizer. If not, what I'll do is I'll probably run to the shop, fill the trailer full of seed and fertilizer and stuff, and off recording, and then that way we can just come back, and then in the next episode we can crack on. Like I said, we're going to be on Ballysprings a little bit more this week. We're bringing the old school series to an end. The old school series wasn't really well received, but I'm trying to decide if it was the series that wasn't well received, or if it was because it was on a weekend, because at the moment yesterday's video didn't do great either. So I'm wondering if it's just a weekend thing. I don't really know. Like I say, we'll see. I haven't deleted the series. I've just taken a, you know, kind of just taken a break from it for now, because if we don't need to end it, then I'll just bring it back. I quite like to do old school on it. I prefer British maps, you know, guys. Like, I've got Old Stream Farm for the old school series. I can't say personally I like playing the game because it's farming simulator. I play the game because I love to play the game. But I've got to be honest, I don't feel like I like that map. It's a nice map, nothing wrong with the map, not trying to diss the map in any way. I just like English maps. But I know there are a couple of private edited maps out there, you know, people who have converted maps and stuff. I would love to play on Sandy Bay. I know I've said it before, I would love to play Sandy Bay on the FS22. I personally never played Sandy Bay before. I've seen lots of Let's Plays on it and things like that, but I've never physically played it because it hasn't come out on this series, and I got into Farming Simulator in the 19 version, so obviously it's well, it was about July, so I'd only been playing a few months before the new game came out. Are you with me? And that's kind of my thing. It's never really got a chance to play it because the new game came out, and then new game, new maps, basically. That's kind of my thing. What I'm going to do here, guys, is I'm just going to basically just quickly do these two fields here. We'll do the rest of the liming off recording, but I've just driven here, so we might as well just do these. Yeah, I've got quite a bit of... If you're wondering why the fields are a different size, it's because of the edits that the guy did who made the map. And then obviously my fields are still being recognised as my custom size fields that I created. If that makes sense. But yeah, it's still registering as my fields, which is why they've got a bit of a... They're a bit bigger than they should be, basically. There we go. I'm not really bothered about the edges if I've missed any, but there we go. That is both of those little fields done. So I've got the big field to do at the top. Yep, got the big field to do at the top. This one little field here. Yeah, so I've got two more fields to lime. But it's not the end of the world. The two more fields to lime. But yeah, hopefully guys you've enjoyed this episode. Like I say, it's been a non-time-lapsey episode. I don't like to do many time-lapses at the moment, just because there's not much to do on the farm, and I feel like if we do all the work in a time-lapse, we'd have even less to do. But hopefully you've enjoyed this style of episode, and until the next one guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all later on.